Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. I'm here at Verizon's store. Uh, I just bought a new phone a couple days ago. It's a Google Pixel Pro, Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. And I bought a new one for Lydia. I got her a iPhone 15. Now, they're not the top of the line phones, but we don't need top of the line phones. What they are is better than the two that we had. Lydia's was more than 14 years old, and mine was all of 14 years old. So, the old Galaxy and the old iPhone 6 that she had, I had a Galaxy S7. Both of those are no longer being used as cell phones. Lydia kept her phone just because she has some pictures on it that she wants to try and get off of it. And I said, fine, go ahead and see what you can do. I've already got the pictures off the phone. I've already got them backed up. But she's kind of doing a goodbye to an old friend. In any case, I had a problem. It was a minor problem, but I had a problem. Lydia and I both decided that we wanted to have an answering machine in the house so that if somebody called, it would just leave an answering machine on a box that we could check. Now, I know we have answering on our cell phones, and it'll do a voicemail and do all kinds of things. And I set mine up to do that. Lydia is not comfortable with that. That's fine. She wanted to have a landline. Well, it's not really a landline. What it is, it's a cell phone receiver that's set in the house and got a call on the cell phone, and then it put it into the wires in the house, and you could pick it up using the answering machine. Had 3 phones scattered through the house and the answering machine there sitting by her chair so that she could answer the messages on the answering machine, and it just made her feel more comfortable. So I decided that we needed to get new phones, and the cost of new phones is crazy money. We all know that. It's a lot more than what we expected. I started out paying $35 a month for the entire system that I had, and that was back in 1994. We had a bookstore, and at that bookstore we had copy machine, fax machine. We had we had phones scattered throughout the building, and it was all through AT&T, and it worked. I wasn't unhappy with it at all. We were only in the bookstore for 2 years. Turns out that bookstores close whenever a Barnes & Noble opens up in the city. So Barnes & Noble just beat us. They're better at it. In any case, that was $35, and I had that cell phone for the next 8 years. And then I decided, I really don't need a cell phone. I was working every day, and I had a phone for work, and I just got rid of the cell phone. Didn't need it. Then we wanted to go down to Atlantis on vacation, and I thought, well, it'd be nice to have a way to call back home if I need to. And the flip phone wouldn't reach. We couldn't use it outside the country. The roaming didn't extend down to the Bahamas. So I ended up buying a new Galaxy S7 from Verizon, same company. And I've had good success with it. I didn't have any problem with the unit or the people. I had that phone for, about 12 years altogether. About 2 years ago, I took Lydia's phone off of my son Ryan's line and put it onto my line just because it made the paperwork easier. It took a lot of talking, a little bit of convincing. Ryan was happy having it on his phone. It didn't bother him a bit, but it just made it so that we felt like we needed to cover the cost. So we were writing him a check every month, and just got to be onerous. So I said, okay, let's just move you over to my line. So we did that, and we saved a bunch of money. We were able to put our internet through the phone, because at the same time, Verizon said, hey, if you change now, you get a new line for $25 a line. And I said, well, that's great, $25 a line. And that was $25 a month internet too. We were paying nearly $180 a month through Xfinity. And I couldn't cut the price down on Xfinity. Well, you know me. I'm willing to talk to anybody long enough to get them tired of talking to me, so they'll do what I want. And I would get on the phone with Verizon every year, and I would say, we did this, and you promised us this, and we're not getting it, and you just changed it. Why is it that way? And we're going to not go with your system anymore. I'll just shut off the TV. I don't need it. And they would come around and finally end up doing what I wanted and give me the price that I asked for, which was basically leave it alone. Because I know it doesn't cost them a dime more to have me on the line doing what I'm doing, sending them a check every month, than as if I'm not there, then they're not getting paid at all. And it doesn't cost them anything to maintain the line. All they have to do is have the wire there, and the wire just hangs. So, in all truth, I decided, okay, fine. We're just done with Xfinity. I got tired of calling them. And when Verizon said $25 a month instead of $180, I said, let's go for it. At the same time, I put Lydia's phone on mine, and I put the internet on my network, and I had an old, it's 12 years old, program, and that was unlimited data, and we could make as many calls as we wanted. We could travel outside the country if we wanted. I had stayed pretty hard on them, and my bill was $55. So the bill went up to $125 by putting the other phone lines on. At the same time, I put on the house phone, which made it $125, because I had 4 lines then, and it just did what it did. $125 was still quite a savings over just buying Xfinity, and then buying Xfinity and paying Verizon at the same time. So Xfinity was $180, Verizon was $55, and then we paid another $50 for Lydia to cover the bill for Ryan, and so that made $280. Well, $280 dropped down to $125. I was ecstatic. I didn't care. That was good money. So that's what we did. The only problem we had, when I came to get the new phones this time, I said, I don't need that extra phone anymore. And they said, oh, no problem. We'll just cancel that phone. That'll save you some money. And here we go. And we made out the paperwork. And then he called into corporate, and corporate said, oh, you can't do that. The only thing he can do is he can return that receiver, which is just a little plastic box that's basically a cell phone that plugs into the wall. Doesn't have it has a battery in it, but it doesn't have a charger charging the battery. It's just sits on the it's set behind the screen of the TV, and it worked fine. I didn't have any problem with it. The service was great. It did everything I wanted it to do, but I really couldn't see the point of sitting at my chair with my cell phone, a computer, and Kindle Fire, doing videos and everything else, and I could answer the phone on any one of the 4. So, made no sense. If I could save $35 a month billing on the thing, because this is $10 a month rental on the box. So if I could get rid of that, save $35, good deal. Well, they said you have to turn it into a corporate office. And I thought, well, wait a minute. I'm in a Xfinity. cussed at him. I'm I'm at a Verizon store right now. Why can't I just turn it in here? Well, it seems that there's more than one kind of Verizon store. There's Verizon corporate stores, which is the one here on West Main in Kalamazoo. And then there's a Verizon Team Wireless store. Sounds like there's some kind of a, I don't know, it's franchise. That's the word I was trying to think of. Anyways, Team Wireless is over on Gull Road, and Xfinity is over here on West Main. So, I drove over here to West Main, and I went to turn in my phone. Well, the receiver for the landline. And the guy said, "No, we can't do that. That's not how it works. Once you have the phone, you just have the phone. You've got time on it. I mean, you can cancel the line, but you're still going to have to pay the rest of the charges on the phone, because over time it gets billed out." Well, he said what they did is they took your landline and they put it over on your internet bill. So that's confusing things. So what he did is he went through and changed that out and gave me a receipt for the box, because, without the paperwork, you can't prove you did it. And he gave me a receipt for the box, and I ended up with no charge. So that's good. I'm very happy with the people here on West Main. I'm not quite so happy with the people over on Gull Road. The guy was real nice. He did work a good deal. He cut the price down because I kept saying it's too much. One thing I've learned: when I walk in and I have money and they want my money, they have to do what I want. And I can always say no. Now, I might feel bad about not having a cell phone that day, but I might have to walk over next door to the next place and say, I want a cell phone. Or go down to Walmart and buy one in a box and pay somebody $35 a month, whatever the price is now, and get another phone. I will walk away before I get screwed. So he understood that, and he knew that he had to get a good deal. So he worked really hard, and I think that's probably what he was trying to do when he switched the phone lines around. He was trying to consolidate things and make things be a little better, because you would not imagine the number of deals that there are on things. I had a listing of all the things that he hooked us up for to give us discounts. He just stacked discount on top of discount on top of discount on top of discount. And then at the end of the 3 years, the discounts are no longer needed, because I've paid off the 3 phones that we have. Well, 2 phones and a iPad. And so that means in 3 years the bill goes down. And I have it in writing, and I'll make them stick to it. But I'm having a pretty good day. Life is going along pretty well. I have plans to do some more work in the workshop, but not today. Today is Lydia's birthday. Not lucky. 9/11 is, ever since 2001, her birthday has been kind of a sad day for her. But we remember the people that were killed at the Twin Towers and the Pentagon and in the field, Flight 93. And you don't know what to do about it. I think every American feels sad this day. That's one of the largest attacks short of Pearl Harbor that we've ever had. And I got to tell you, still pisses me off. So, don't want to go there, trying not to feel too bad about it. I know that we are safe now. we can hopefully keep things running along on a smooth path. And there's an election coming, and there'll be a lot of hubbub and falderall going on around about that. God's watching over us. So, if you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. And thanks a lot for sticking with me all these years. I appreciate it.